Well, let's talk now about smoothing out the wrinkles and warts. Photos taken of scenes containing lines at angles or at a diagonal are prone to have what we call jaggies. Jaggies, or jagged edges, occur when lines are in high contrast to the background, such as a roof line against a clear sky. When a large image is reduced in size using a photo editing program with anti-aliasing, the jaggies should visually disappear. To help avoid jaggies when actually photographing subjects with strong angles, change your position or the distance you are standing from the subject. Every angle creates these jaggies more visible with certain angles, and there is nothing you can really do about it under certain lower resolutions. It's the lack of resolution, or one could say the lack of pixels, that's causing this. You'll see the same jaggies if you grab a photograph with diagonal lines and resize it to something like 600 by 400. There will always be jagged edges in any image, but they're less visible when there are more pixels in combination with a decent anti-alias. Anti-aliasing is a way to smooth line edges in computer images, or the technique of smoothing the jagged edges of diagonal lines in computer graphics by varying the color at the edges. In nearly all photo editing software, there is a blur tool. You might consider grabbing the blur tool, setting it to 1 or 2 pixels, and holding the Shift key while moving this key. That's the trick I always use, and it works pretty good. You can experiment with the strength setting in the option bar. Just a few things that you can do with photo editing software are: 1. Make that gray sky blue. You might not have the best day, but you can replace that gloomy gray day with a sunny day. 2. Get rid of those brown spots in the lawn. Replace temporary brown spots by copying an adjacent patch on top of it. 3. I'd like the house if only. For the buyer that says if it only had French doors or a brown siding or a pitch roof, just create it to see what it would look like for them. 4. Get rid of the snow. For those photos that show a late snowfall, Photoshop out the snow with green grass. Get rid of the clutter. Hide the neighbor's garbage cans and sprinklers by features in photo editing. Photos taken of scenes containing lines at angles or at a diagonal are prone to jaggies, especially in low-resolution photos. And most photo editing software has a blur tool. Consider grabbing it, setting it to 1 or 2 pixels, and painting the jaggies out.